That's one of the exciting things in the midst of all this. You can feel a sense of optimism coming back. A society that does not put equity and inclusion at the center of it is certainly going to eventually come to the places where we're at. This is a moment of inflection. It's a moment of real change. It's a moment that those folks who are out there demanding this are not going to take a commission or a report. They're going to want fundamental change. We can get out there, reach out, make the case. And for one thing, don't ever shy away from our progressive values. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness.
One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. Tim WALZ, the former high school history teacher, is the snake that turns your 15-year-old into a communist.
Today, Governor Tim Walz signed the Driver's License for All bill into law. This will allow all Minnesotans to get a driver's license regardless of immigration status.
It's done. Some of us are... Some of us in here are old enough to remember. I see you down there. I see those old white guys. Some of us are old enough to remember.
I hate that. It drives me crazy. And it usually is said by leftists, white people, right, as a way to enhance and fortify their power. And let's review who this guy was, okay? Arrested 9 times, multiple years in jail, drugs, trespassing, theft, aggravated robbery. You heard about the knife threatening the woman, the pregnant woman. The porn videos are neither here nor there. It is just a fact, and if we're going to have statues about this guy, I think we should know the whole story, including the porn. What did the governor say about George Floyd? He needs to be honored because he is none of those things. He is a brother. He is, a beloved father, son, uncle, cousin, nephew, neighbor, and friend, blah, 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 blah. And how long? This is a proclamation demanding a moment of silence, and not just a minute of silence. He wanted 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Oh, wow, a Democrat in the military. That's something to brag about, right?
He is a veteran who served our nation in uniform for more than 2 decades. As a member of the Army National Guard, and he went to college on the GI Bill.
They are swooning about his military record.
Back in 2005, a warning order went out to the 1st Battalion, 125th Field Artillery to mobilize for a mission to Iraq. At the time, WALZ served as the unit's highest non-commissioned officer, but months later, WALZ would retire from the Guard, avoid the deployment, and run for Congress. Tom Behrens was next in line for the position and was asked to take his place.
I was like, well, for Pete's sake, if this guy quit, and if I say I'm not going to do it, I mean, what the hell kind of leadership is that?
You leave right before the deployment. You're with the unit for 24 years, and then you blow it off on the eve of war.
You know, when he was a congressman, he bragged that he was a retired command sergeant major. I'm the highest ranking person ever in the House, and all this lie that he was telling. The state of Minnesota came out after 2018, after this was exposed, and they said, well, he can say that he served as a command sergeant major, but he can't say he's a retired one because he's not.
And that's what he was saying.
And he was saying that, and there was lots of lots of cards coming in the mail.
A spokesperson for the Minnesota National Guard said WALZ wasn't able to retire as a command sergeant major since he failed to complete coursework and requirements related to the rank. Verified documents show the Army corrected his service record. WALZ was reduced in rank to an E8 Master Sergeant after retirement and his conditional promotion.